What is up, Andy with MyTechMethods.com. True Detective season finale is about to come on, and I thought what better way to celebrate than to give you guys a video of the best free Mac apps in 2014. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get right into this. This is just my personal favorite list of all the free apps for Mac that I always recommend to people. So let's do it right now. Best free Mac apps 2014. All these apps will be linked in the blog post link below. So if you click that blog post link, that will take you to the page on my website where it lists all these apps where I link them all and you can download them for free for the Mac. Kicking off this list, deservingly so, is Caffeine. Caffeine has been with me through the years for, I don't know how, ever since I've gotten a Mac. Basically, it's very simple. It keeps your Mac awake. It doesn't let your Mac go to sleep. It comes in handy. Trust me. It's very simple. That's all it does. But it does come in handy. I use it all the time. So Caffeine is number one. Number two on the list is actually two applications. They're both web browsers, and it's Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. Those are both free web browsers. I'm going to list them together because I use them both equally the same, and they both do different things. For example, Firefox has some awesome add-ons that I can't live without. Chrome, on the other hand, is very fast. It also has some add-ons as well, but Firefox does have some add-ons that Chrome does not have that I use, so I use them both hand in hand. They both work great. I always install them together. So Chrome and Firefox, free web browsers, definitely cannot live without those. Number three on the list is Transmission. It's a free BitTorrent client for the Mac, and I've always used this as my BitTorrent client. It's lightweight, it's simple, it's free, it allows you to add block lists, all kinds of stuff, and it's just the best BitTorrent client. I've tried uTorrent for the Mac, and I went back to Transmission. Transmission is the best BitTorrent client. So if you need something to download torrents from, use Transmission for the Mac. It is by far the best. Cloud storage. Of course, I can't just choose one, so Dropbox and Google Drive, both use those every single day. They both hold a very special place in my heart, so I can't put one on the list and leave out the other. So they're both included. Free cloud storage, Dropbox and Google Drive. I'm sure you've already heard of them. Google Drive is free with a Google account. Also, Dropbox is free to start out. There's actually a paid plan as well. But I use the free versions for both of them, and they fulfill all my cloud storage needs. So Google Drive and Dropbox, definitely a must-have for Mac users. BetterTouchTool. This is a fantastic free app for the Mac. If you have a trackpad or a Magic Mouse, this will let you customize different gestures, just totally customize the heck out of it. So right now I don't have a Magic Mouse or a trackpad on this Mac Mini, so I don't have it installed on this machine, but on my MacBook Pro I do. And so if you have a Magic Pad or trackpad, anything like that on your Mac, get the BetterTouchTool and you can customize it. It is definitely awesome. Next on the list is the veteran, the all-star, HandBrake. This has been on the best free Mac apps list for ever since I can remember, ever since I was a young lad. This is a video converting application that also does some other things as well. So if you want to convert a movie to an MP4 to put on your iPhone or iPad, or you want to convert all kinds of it, it's a very good converting application to have for videos, and it also does some other things as well. Definitely got to have that on your Mac. That's HandBrake. Now, sticking with the converting applications, this is called SmartConverter. It does the same thing. It converts video files, but it also converts audio files as well. Just a very quick and simple converting application to have alongside HandBrake, and it's good to have. I use this a lot when I just want to do a quick conversion for any type of specific device, or an MP3 conversion if I want to convert something to an MP3 audio file. I use this application. Awesome application. It is called SmartConverter. Another free converting application for the Mac is called Adapter. I'm not going to include it on my list because I personally do not use it, but I've heard good things. It gets a lot of praise. It's very popular. But if you want to check that out, it's called Adapter. Again, I don't use it, but it is free, and I've heard good things. Converts videos and audio files. VirtualBox. This is an awesome application. It's a free virtual machine manager for the Mac. So if you want to install Linux or Windows or just any virtual machine on your Mac, this is a free application that you can do that with. It's awesome. It's what I started out with when I installed Windows on my Mac for the first time. Since then, I've moved to a premium application called Parallels because it has some added features and added functionality. But VirtualBox works awesomely great if you don't want to spend any money and just try it out for free. VirtualBox is the way to go if you're looking to install Windows on your Mac. Now, this next app, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going to do my best. It's LibreOffice. That's what I'm going to go with right now. I don't know if that's right, but it's basically a free Office suite for your Mac. So if you don't want to shell out the cash for Microsoft Office for Mac, you can use this as an alternative. You know, it doesn't work as great as Microsoft Office, but it is the best free Office suite for the Mac. You can have it's got a writer document, calc spreadsheet, so you can do all the basic things. You can do slide presentations, you can do word processing and Excel sheets. You can do all kinds of stuff like that. Also a database for Access alternative. But yeah, if you're looking for a free Office suite for the Mac, LibreOffice is definitely the way to go. Next on the list is EVERNOTE. EVERNOTE is one of my favorite applications, period. I love this. This is cross-platform, so it's not just for the Mac. It's free. It's a web app that allows you to store all your notes in Evernote. So it's a note-taking cloud app that syncs with the cloud to all your different devices, so you can never forget anything again. You can take notes, write things down, and it will sync up to your Evernote account and then be synced to your devices. So if I'm on my Mac and I want to take a note, I can put it right here on my Mac. It'll sync to the cloud instantly, and then it'll be synced on my iPhone, my iPad, and on my Windows computer. So it's basically one of the best applications to have, period. It's free, and I love it. It works as a productivity app. You'll never forget anything again. I use it to store all my ideas for videos and anything I need to write down and just remember. So it's a virtual notebook, pretty much. Evernote, if you don't have it, get it right now. The creators of Evernote also created another awesome application called SKITCH, and this is free. And this is a way to add annotations and arrows and text to a screen grab or a certain picture. It's basically just a team app. If you're sending something to somebody and you want to actually draw their attention to something or explain something from a screen grab or a picture, this is a great application to have. It's definitely the easiest way to edit info into a picture or a screen grab. This next app is one of my favorite all-time applications ever for Windows and Mac because it works cross-platform. It's VLC. VLC is another all-star. This is a media player. It will play any type of audio or video file. I don't care what it is, it will play it if it's a video or audio file. And it also has some other functionalities as well. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite applications. I love it. I install it. This is one of the first applications I install on a computer, Mac or Windows. So check that out. That is VLC Media Player. This next app is not for everybody, but if you're getting into programming or you want to edit some code, Sublime Text is the best free code editor on the Mac. So if you're looking to edit some HTML documents or any type of code document, Sublime Text is the best for that. Sublime Text for the Mac. Next up is FileZilla. This is a free FTP application for the Mac, and it's actually cross-platform as well. But there are some other ones for the Mac called, I think CyberDuck was one, but I've always used FileZilla for the FTP that I need to do on the Mac. I've never had a problem with it. It's worked great for me, so I always recommend it, and I haven't really tried any other ones. So FileZilla, a free FTP app for the Mac. Okay, so this next app is for everybody out there who gets on their computer at night. So everybody. It is a lifesaver. It's called FLUX. If you've never heard of it, it's F.LUX, and it's a very simple application. It runs in the background of your Mac, and it will adjust your screen brightness and color, actually your screen color, according to what time of day it is. So as the sun goes down, your screen will start to become warmer, more like warmer colors, and it will be easier on your eyes when it's nighttime. So it'll definitely like, it helps you sleep better, I think, because if you have it running, you will instantly see the change of what it would look like if you hadn't had Flux running. And it's really bright. When Flux is not running, your screen is really bright, and that's why I always leave Flux running in the background, so my screen adjusts to the time of day, and it's easier on my eyes. Helps you sleep better. It's honestly an awesome app. So get that. It's Flux. This next app, you probably heard of it. It's called Alfred, and it is an alternative to your Finder. It's basically Finder on steroids. Okay, you install it. It has a bunch of features, but basically what I use it for, it has a quick shortcut, a quick keyboard shortcut that you can use. So if I do Alt plus space, it'll bring up the Alfred search bar here, and what it does is you can search anything and everything. It searches your Mac, but also it searches online too. So if I want to search True Detective, I'm about to watch that here. I can't wait. True Detective. Okay, when I start to type it in, it'll give me these lists. If it doesn't find anything on my Mac, it'll give me, I can search Google, I can search Amazon, I can search Wikipedia, and I can also customize this list to where it gives me different results. I have different options to choose from, but I'm just going to choose Google, and it'll automatically bring up my web browser and search Google for True Detective or whatever I search. So it's just basically a better way to find certain things. It just saves a ton of time. Instead of having to bring up your web browser and do that, you can just bring up Alfred and search, basically use it to search anything. It's your main search functionality for Mac. So Alfred, that's an awesome application. The UNARCHIVER, this application can compress and uncompress any sort of compressed file for the Mac, and it does it, bam, instantly. It's really fast. It's definitely one of the first applications that I always install on a new Mac. So if you like 7-zip, if you're a Windows user and you use 7-zip, this is basically 7-zip for the Mac. I mean, it is the best zipping, compressing application for the Mac, and that's called the UNARCHIVER. Now, I love this next app so much. It's called APPCLEANER, and it will uninstall any application on your Mac fully. It'll get rid of all the junk files left over. If you normally do it with the Mac, when you delete an application, you just drag the application to the trash and then empty the trash. Well, this actually will do that. It does that, plus it finds all the junk files left behind from that program that you no longer need. It's very easy to use. You just find the application that you want to uninstall. Say if I want to uninstall Caffeine, if I search for that, it'll give me my main application file and all the other junk files as well. And then all I have to do is hit delete, and it will delete that application along with all the junk files. So it's a better way to keep your system optimized and clean. And I love it, APPCLEANER. If you're a smart person, you will be backing up your Mac, and one of the best ways to do it is using a free app called SUPERDUPER. If you've never heard of this, this is one of another all-time favorites for Mac applications. SUPERDUPER is a free backup and recovery software for your Mac. You can use it to back up your Mac. You can use it to create a bootable backup of your Mac. There's a paid version that you can buy, which gives you some other features like scheduling. But if you can also just stick with the free version will back up your Mac, no problem. So if you don't want to use Time Machine and you want to use something more conventional, SUPERDUPER is the way to go. Another productivity app for the Mac is Self-Control. If you've ever had a problem drifting off to different websites, time-wasting websites, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, like any of those things, if you have a problem with that, when you're trying to get something done, you can use this app to get rid of that. It's Self-Control. What it does, basically, it will blacklist any website that you tell it to. It'll block it completely. You cannot access it for a period of time, whatever you tell it. And you cannot undo this. That's the thing. Once you set this for an hour, say if you set this for an hour, it will last an hour, no matter if you restart your computer or not. So it's a great productivity app. Even if you delete the application, it will still block those websites for that allocated time. Now, I wonder if you delete it with APPCLEANER, will that still work? Haven't tried that. Self-Control, check that out. This next app is called Cloud App, or just Cloud. Basically, the easiest way to share screenshots. Very simple application. Trust me, it'll come in handy, and you can use it to share screenshots very easily, very quickly, and without any hassle. So, Cloud App, that is a good one. So let's keep this productivity thing going here. I guess I'm a productive guy, I don't know. WUNDERLIST, similar to EVERNOTE in a way that it will sync your notes or your lists onto the cloud, and it's cross-platform. It has an iPhone and iPad app as well. So, and it's free, and it's the best way. I actually just use this specifically for any type of list, not notes. I use Evernote for notes and ideas and stuff like that. But lists, if I have an actual list, especially like grocery lists or things I need to buy or like movie lists, I use this because it has a wonderful way that you can actually check things off. It's just one of the best applications to manage to-do lists. You can collaborate, you can share, access from anywhere. It's just probably the best to-do list application out there. WUNDERLIST, and that's spelled with a U, WUNDERLIST for the Mac. If you haven't been living under a rock, you know what this next app is. SKYPE, okay? Another all-star. SKYPE is a way to make free phone calls to anybody else using the internet. It's voice over IP. It's great for interviews, podcasts, or you just messaging people, and it's just a staple that everybody should have on their computer. It's cross-platform, works for Windows and Mac. It's free. So SKYPE. This next app is not as popular as SKYPE, but it should be. I'm telling you, I absolutely adore this application. It's called Plex, and it's cross-platform. So it not only works with Mac, works with Windows, and it is a media lover's dream. Okay, what this does, when you install this, you can set it up to where it looks to certain folders on your Mac. So basically, it's movies, music, and pictures. So if I want to set up a media experience where I can start up Plex. I can start Plex on my Mac, and it will look onto certain folders that I've designated. So it'll look on my movies folder, my TV shows folder, and my music folder. And Plex will set that up all automatically as a media hub. And when I start my Plex app on my Roku, if I have a smart TV or a Roku that has the Plex app installed on that, I start that up and it will see it, and I can browse my media library on my Mac using my Plex app on my TV. And it does it automatically. It syncs. It gets all the information automatically. So if I copy a movie into the movies folder, Plex will automatically get the name of that movie, and I can browse all the Plex folders using the Plex app. It is so awesome. I'm telling you, if you're a media lover, if you're a movie lover, a TV show lover, this is absolutely necessary to have. I'm not going to go into all the tutorials on how to set it up, but it's fairly easy to set up. For now, just go ahead and get Plex and get started on that. It's super awesome. All right, so now you know I love movies and TV shows, but I also love music. And of course, this brings me to the next app, which is Spotify. It's a free music application. You can stream any song on demand now using this application on your Mac. So if you don't already have it, it's gained a bunch of popularity recently. I've been a Spotify user for a couple of years now, ever since when they were trying to get it to finally let it into the United States. So I've been following Spotify since then, and it's grown a lot. Spotify for the Mac, it's free, on-demand music, streaming music, and you can set up different playlists. It also has an iPhone application, and if you're a music lover, you definitely need Spotify. TeamViewer is the best remote desktop application for Windows or Mac or Linux. It is the best all around. It's free. I've been using it for years, and I don't know how anybody could have gotten scammed into using any other paid solution. TeamViewer is the best, and it also has iPad apps as well. So basically, you can control your Mac desktop from remotely. It works great if you need to help your grandma across the country. You need to help her set up Plex app on her Mac. You can do this. So all your grandma has to do is go on TeamViewer's website and run the free download, and it will run TeamViewer's application. So as long as you have TeamViewer installed on your computer, you can remote into your grandma's computer and bring up your grandma's desktop on your Mac desktop and control it remotely. It's definitely one of the best free Mac apps of 2014, TeamViewer. Now this next app is hot. It's called Burn. It burns discs. It burns CD discs, burns DVD discs, data discs, audio discs, video DVDs, everything. It just makes it a very simple way to burn discs. I don't like using iDVD to make a video DVD disc. I don't know why. I just like using Burn. Burn just seems a lot simpler and easy to use, and it's fast. So whenever I want to make a DVD movie, a playable DVD movie from a certain video file, I use Burn to do it. And it also burns audio discs and data discs. So Burn, it's a great application to have on your Mac. So if you're too cheap to buy Photoshop, then you can use a free alternative, which is called GIMP. GIMP is the open source alternative to Photoshop. It's an open source photo editor that has a similar layout and has similar functionalities to Photoshop, but it's not as polished as Photoshop. But it still does a great job for a free open source application. GIMP is the first thing that you should think of when you're wanting to do something like that. And again, it's open source and it's cross-platform, so it does work with Windows and Linux as well. If you read a lot of blog articles online, or you want an easier way to read those blog articles and also read them offline, Pocket is a fantastic app to have. It's a way of pulling articles or anything off the web and saving it and adding it to your Pocket account. It'll automatically add it to your Pocket account, and it puts it in an easy to read format, and it saves it offline and actually syncs across all your devices as well, because it has an iPhone app and an iPad app. This is Pocket, and these are different articles and web pages that I've saved when I've stumbled upon them and I want to read them later. I just add it to my Pocket account. Very easy, just one click, and it goes into my account here, and it syncs across all devices, and it just puts it in an easy to read format here. So it saves me a lot of time because I can just batch read these blog articles with my Pocket account, and I can read them anywhere with any device as long as I got Pocket installed. And last but certainly not least, closing this list out, is CLIPMENU. This is a clipboard manager for Mac OS X. It's a very simple application. Traditionally with your Mac without CLIPMENU installed, when you copy and paste something, it just remembers the last thing that you copied. Well, with CLIPMENU, it will remember up to 10 things that you copied before. So if you copy like 5 or 6 things, you can actually use CLIPMENU to paste something that you copied 5 times ago. It saves a lot of time, saves a lot of headache, and it comes in handy for sure. Get that. That's CLIPMENU. Closing this list out, the best free Mac apps for 2014. Personally, by me, Andy, mytechmethods.com. The link to the blog post where you can get all these applications for free will be right in the description below. I'm sure I forgot an application that you use that's free. That's awesome. So if you could just leave a comment down below and let me know what free applications that you loved or something that I missed, or if I did list it on the list, let me know which ones you absolutely love the most. That has been it for me. I'm going to go watch True Detective right now and see how this whole thing folds out. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing a lot more videos like this in the future. Keep having fun out there, and I will talk to you later.